but I think we're in a great position. We have the big copper projects. We have almost $6 million of copper investment by BHP. We have so much cash. We're almost trading at our cash value right now, plus the share position, plus the amount of money that's being spent by other people.
Joining us for a conversation is Dr. John Mark Stouty, along with Erica Sweeney of Riverside Resources, where knowledge is golden. Welcome to the show.
Great to be on the show.
Hi, Morris.
Hello. It's a pleasure to have you both on the program to discuss copper and share the latest exciting developments for the copper programs that Riverside Resources has going on and Riverside's partner-funded exploration program with BHP. Dr. Stouty, please provide us with a brief introduction on Riverside Resources and the opportunity the company presents to shareholders.
Riverside is a prospect generator. We've been going for 14 years, and right now, thing we really have are exciting joint venture programs. The program going with BHP, what we're talking about today, other programs in gold, and also our spin-outs with iMetals going in gold in the Ontario, as well as our exposure to royalties. Riverside has royalties on a number of projects. So we're in a good cash position with a good news flow coming up. The prospect generation business model works very well for Riverside.
And its shareholders, and I'm proud to be one, by the way. Speaking of base metals, the value proposition for copper is quite compelling, as the global demand for copper in the next 25 years will be greater than all of recorded history combined. Let that sink in for a moment, folks. And to coincide that, the demand for copper price is at an all-time high. Dr. Stouty, why copper and why now?
You know, it's amazing with the politics that's going on, with the green evolution, with the green revolution, with such a big focus on energy, electricity. There's such a new demand for copper. Copper has the PhD on the economy, and what we see right now is the world's coming out of COVID and it's wanting to demand and grow. So right now the demand is so high and the supply is tight. It's hard to find new resources. It's hard to find new mines. Thus, we're really focused on that with Riverside and why now it's so important to bring forward those copper projects.
To meet those growing copper demands, BHP, one of the world's largest copper mining companies, has partnered with Riverside Resources on a third year for another 1.3 generative exploration program and follow up an additional $3 million funding of copper property specific work. Erica, please provide the financial details of the BHP copper program.
So right now we're very excited for this program because we're building more and more growth with this program. So when it comes to generative, we've been doing 2 years of generative so far. We're entering into our third year for another $1.3 million, which is extremely good. And as well, we also have the high value work program that are parallel to the generative program. And this one, we actually have 4 different projects moving along. And each of those 4 projects is going to have additional money to move forward with drilling as well as geophysics. And this is really good because the second we're going to put a hole in the ground, we're going to see what's down there, and we have opportunity for discoveries with the major company out there right now that is doing extremely well, BHP, with exactly the copper situation in the world and the market.
You know, having the confidence of BHP is just a big, big feather in your cap. Dr. Stouty, how was the program first developed?
You know, we're so lucky. I worked with BHP for 10 years. We worked in Mexico. We did that work. I think relationships, it's one thing Riverside prides itself is building good relationships. Also, having run strategic alliances in the past, as we've done. And the third was that BHP wanted to grow. It saw that copper is becoming a greater demand and really looked to how could it outsource to grow more quickly. So with those 3 things, Riverside was the right partner. It looked through at 12 different companies and chose Riverside, and we really delight in having that responsibility and that opportunity for shareholders and for BHP to be part of making mega big discoveries for new copper resources.
Erica, can you share some of the successes and milestones from the program to date?
Of course. So we started with the first year, we had about $500,000 to $700,000, and then we grew into a second year of generative, where we increased the budget to 1.3 million. And today we still have more money coming in, And what we're looking at is 2 of our projects are going to be drilled, so which is a very important milestone. And then we're going to have more geophysics that could trigger more drilling in the future. And those are only the projects we're focusing on, but the generative base is going to bring even more projects in the future for potential drilling, potential geophysics, and that's what we want to see. Yeah.
Erica, what is next for the copper program?
So we wish to grow with BHP, and we wish to make a discovery. So that's where we're heading, and we have great chances having BHP on our side and working all together to grow in that direction.
Dr. Stouty, how is copper mining in Mexico going?
You know, Eric and I are down here in Mexico right now. We're filming this right here. We just completed a meeting with BHP, and the way copper's going overall in Mexico is it's booming. The copper industry is going so strong. The large copper miners like Grupo Mexico, like Peñoles, are growing and really having a real push for that. And it's really helped us with BHP. So what we see in the next few years is expanding of copper. We see development of new resources, expansion of those. And the good thing is that mines have been able to develop quickly in Mexico, and they've had a very long, consistent mine life. So we see copper in Mexico going very positively right now and having a really bright future as well.
John Mark, does Riverside have copper or copper gold projects outside of the BHP copper program?
Oh my goodness, we do, and I love that topic. You know, the thing we've done is we've been able to use our database, and from that database, and working with partners, as we did with Antofagasta, we actually have a very nice project in a major district called the Teco project. It's a porphyry copper. Those are the great type of porphyry copper systems you want. Another one we have is the REL project. That's adjacent to the La Caridad mine, one of the 2 largest copper mines in Mexico, and really competitive at the North American scale. A third porphyry system we have is at the Cuarentas project, and recently been working on that, and we're very excited to see 3 different Riverside-owned copper and copper gold projects progressing.
Dr. Stouty, before we leave Mexico, what are some of the plans for the copper projects that Riverside has in the portfolio, and what can we expect as far as news flow?
You know, it's pretty exciting. So some of the things we've been doing is out in the field, doing work and pulling those together. Secondly is we're looking for partners. And it's great here with Erica. Both of us down here in Mexico, meeting with partners, able to really connect with our geos and also with the projects and with those partners. So I think we have a good potential for joint venture partners, other spin-out type of companies, and really going forward with more transactions, and having Erica working on her transactional part is really exciting for Riverside.
Switching gears, let's look at some numbers. What is the capital structure and cash position for Riverside?
So the current capital structure of Riverside is approximately 71 million shares, and we have about $4 million cash. So it is very important for us because we can actually grow the company and be stable for future.
It's so exciting because we have that, and we have no warrants. We have no warrant overhang. So when you talk about Riverside's capital structure, it doesn't expand. We haven't done a lot of financings. We don't have financing overhang. And just as Erica said, we have that really nice tight structure without anyone getting free shares. So we're in a great position here for growth. Really cool.
As Rick Rule always says, Riverside is just exceptional stewards of capital, and it's just demonstrated there on the capital structure there, sir. In closing, what would each of you like to say to shareholders? Erica, beginning with you.
Well, I believe seeing Riverside over the years growing the way it has been doing, it's a lot of growth for shareholder wealth that I'm seeing through different opportunities. You have the alliance, as we're seeing, we have different projects with other companies, like we did with Hochschild in the past, and we're doing with Carlyle as of today. So we have the opportunity today of growing not only on the precious metal side, but also on the base metal side. And as well, Riverside is also advancing its own project to find really a resource base to grow a project and value for the future for its shareholders.
Yeah.
Dr. Stouty, what would you like to say to shareholders?
You know, we've been working at it 15 years, and the share price has really been taking a beating low recently. I'm buying more shares myself, and I really think we're in a good position to have a good rebound here. We have good cash. We don't have financing. We've had to have a bit of selling for overall market as people started to shift out of it, but I think we're in a great position. We have the big copper projects. We have almost $6 million of copper investment by BHP. We have so much cash. We're almost trading at our cash value right now, plus the share position, plus the amount of money that's being spent by other people. So we're in a great position for the upside. I'm buying more myself, and I really think we have a good coming forward the next half of the year.
Well, we look to join you as well. This is a great buying opportunity for anyone listening to this interview. You just look at what Riverside has accomplished and how they rewarded their shareholders last year. It was just phenomenal. And when you have an opportunity to buy at a discount, this is what you're looking for. You know, a year ago, I can recall if somebody would have shared, gosh, I wish I could have purchased at the price it is today. Here's your opportunity. Here is your opportunity. Because all you've done is you've demonstrated that the business model works, the portfolio is expanding, you're getting new partners, everything is positive other than the price. That is a buying opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, and we will be joining you, Dr. Stouty. Dr. Stouty, if investors want to learn more about Riverside Resources, please share the website address.
Please come to the website. That's RIVRES.com.
Dr. Stouty, Mrs. Sweeney, it's a pleasure speaking with you today. Wishing you and Riverside Resources the absolute best.
Thanks, Maurice.
Thank you, Maurice.
The information presented on Proven and Probable is provided for educational and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information is not intended to be and does not constitute financial, investment, or trading advice, or any other advice. You should not make any financial, investment, or trading decision based on any of the information presented without first undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or competent financial advisor.